Guys, welcome back to Learning to Manifest. In this episode, we're going to talk more about what kind of actions you really have to take in order to manifest your desires in the fastest possible and most pleasant way. If you haven't seen the other parts 1, 2, 3, I recommend you to watch these first. They give a bit of an explanation what is the difference between your physical and your higher mind, and I think that's very important to understand a little bit these basics. So how do you manifest your desire? So we talked before in the other episodes that you just attract what you are the vibrational match to. So basically, in order to manifest your future desired version, the only thing is to do is change your frequency, right? If you have a different frequency, you see another reality. Reality is a reflection, is a mirror of your energetically vibrational state. How do you get to that other state, right? You cannot go there with your physical mind, because the physical mind doesn't know how to get there, because it cannot figure it out. So it has to rely on your higher self, on your desires, which comes from your higher self, that speaks to you. This is the path for you, and this is also gives you expansion, grow, and more joy. And your highest excitement is the path that leads you there for the fastest way. So the more you can learn to listen to your highest excitement, that higher self that communicates to you, the faster the unfolding will become, but also the less linear the unfolding become. So if you try to control the unfolding with the physical mind, you think, I have to do this, I have to take this, I need a process in order to get there, this has to happen, and this has to happen in order to build my company or something like that, then you actually lessen the allowing mode to let the higher self guide you with excitement ideas that say, take this, take that action, right? And we as a culture as a society, we have not learned really to listen to our highest excitement, to deeper intuitive feeling, thinking, believing voice in ourselves, right? We have been programmed by maybe religions, maybe we've been programmed by our parents, maybe we've been programmed by our education system that we have to do something in a certain way to get the outcome, right? And there might be some truth in that, but it is not always your fastest path. It's not always your path, because not every structure works for everyone, right? And the more we do something for a shoot or for an outcome, the more power we give to the physical mind. And that can create resistance in the unfolding, because if we do something for an outcome and we do something we do not feel okay with, but we do it because we think we have to do it, we actually creating resistance in the pipeline, because your higher self is telling you, this is not the thing you have to do this instead. But the physical mind doesn't see the correlationship between the act and what it could lead to. Here's just an example of me. For my coaching, as you might have seen, I've been in a camping car for a few years. I've been skiing every day and had an amazing time, and that has led me to really to feel more in an allowing state, to be more in a relaxing state. And there's a lot of process that came along that being there to release a lot of trauma of the idea that I have to fight for my life. That life is already being given, but that was not in my belief system. So that path has really helped me to learn to receive money easier, to learn to receive, to get a lot of information to help other people. So these things cannot come to you if you do not learn a particular lesson. In other words, to make it very short, if you're following up your highest excitement, you get the life lessons you need in order to get there. But that correlationship is not what you see often in that given moment. So if you're following up your highest excitement voice with integrity and you learn to establish this channel, then you're in an allowing state, because then you follow the path of least resistance. But it is also sometimes anxiety, right? Because your physical mind doesn't know how that unfolding will, and it leads to a scary thing, right? And here's the thing, can you remain in a positive state no matter what is happening. And the more you can remain in a positive state while keep learning yourself and releasing the resistance you have in your system with the physical mind, then actually you're on the releasing of the resistance path in terms of limiting feelings, limiting beliefs, these traumas and these things that help you to get to that version. So it's really like from here to there is like you eating the contrast away while you're tuning into your highest excitement and focusing on what you like to manifest. The more you try to make things happen, which is seemingly the shortest path, is not the fastest path, because your physical mind doesn't know what are in the subconscious layers hidden that wants to be solved. And the physical mind actually wants you to believe that actions from the effort base from the physical mind is the fastest way, but it is it is your version as in today, and it doesn't know how to get to that future version. So an effort-based action is always it's counterproductive. It is creating more resistance in the pipeline, so the unfolding will also be less joyful to achieve your goals, and it will be more like the brutal forcing energy. It doesn't mean you can get there, but it will slow down the process. And let's be honest, life is not about achieving a goal. It's a path of unfolding and having joy on that unfolding, right? Because life, we're not living for goals. We're living for the joy and the fun of going to these goals, right? So this is what I wanted to share. And when do you take actions and when do you not take actions? You take actions when you're in alignment. Because why? If you are not fully aligned and you take an action from when you're out of alignment, let's say if you're going through a bit of contrast, something happened, you feel not good, you feel bad, you feel anger, you feel judged, something happens. If you do not eat that contrast away, how you could learn from it, what happens if you are in an emotional state and you bring out an activity into the world, you create more of this. Why? Because with any action you take, you crystallize actually the belief into matter. So the more you can keep yourself aligned and only take the actions when you really feel it, the easier the unfolding will become, right? So every time you feel emotional a bit turbulence, eat that contrast away before you take another action, because that contrast in your system is something telling you, hey, there's something that wants to be released, it wants to be solved. Fix it, and then you're leveling up to your future desired version innerly, and then you take an aligned action, and then you're moving slowly, or sometimes super fast, forward to your desired version. Alright guys, I hope this helped. If you have any questions, feel free to put them in the comments, or if there's any things unclear, I'm here to help you guys. I love to do that. And if you liked it and you want to follow more, subscribe, and I'm wishing you guys a wonderful day. Ciao.